This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Eric Morton of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from Disney theme parks around the world. Tom Corliss will be back sometime the end of this weekend for our Animal Kingdom 25th anniversary celebration. Big thanks to Alessa for filling in last week. Here now is the news for April 17th, 2023. The iconic Sonny Eclipse audio animatronic began to emanate smoke and discharge fluid Saturday night before slumping over his keyboard entirely at Cosmic Ray's Starlight Café at the Magic Kingdom. The meltdown was witnessed in Tomorrowland around 7:29 p.m. Saturday evening. In the videos, relatively large amounts of smoke can be seen traveling from Sonny toward the ceiling. Liquid is also dripping from his signature keyboard at a steady pace. The steady flow of draining fluid can be seen falling from slightly right of center underneath Sonny's keyboard, while the smoke can be seen in the spotlights as it rises towards the ceiling. The audio animatronic entertainer held on for some time amidst the discharge and smoke before eventually collapsing onto his keyboard. Poor guy. He startled guests that were dining at Cosmic Ray's Starlight Lounge there at the Magic Kingdom. Thankfully, it appears, based on social media things, that he has been repaired and is back singing his big hits like You Nork and Hello Space Angels. Sonny returned to the Starlight Cafe in February after an extended absence. He initially disappeared in September 2022. Then he was blocked behind a set of curtains for a while in January, ended up gone entirely again. When he returned, his appearance and audio hadn't changed, though some of his movements seemed a little bit more clean and fluid. The entire set, of course, can be lifted into the ceiling at Cosmic Ray's whenever Sonny is on break. I hope he's okay. It looks like he is. The 1 p.m. virtual queue allotment for TRON Lightcycle Run at Magic Kingdom did not fill up for a new record of 93 minutes, marking the first time park hopping guests have received enough time to secure a spot. The virtual queue lasted exponentially longer than its average. This was on Saturday. Normally it disappears in a matter of seconds. Prices for Genie Plus services also dropped from $35 to $25 per person per day. A California woman was hospitalized in December after another Disney guest bit off part of her middle finger during a brawl at EPCOT, according to a sheriff's report anyway. Orange County sheriffs released the report, which is heavily redacted. This is nearly 4 months after the December 13th fight happened. It was about 9:45 p.m. that night as Harmonious was being performed. A physical altercation broke out between the California woman's family and a 26-year-old woman named Emily from Pennsylvania. Emily appeared to be blocking them during the show and then elbowed someone in the group. When Emily was confronted, Emily proceeded to get irate, lunged at one of them, and scratched the unidentified person in the face. At one point, the unnamed California woman attempted to separate her relatives away from Emily as she pushed Emily away and from her and her family. Emily bit her middle finger and proceeded to kick, yell, and scream at her and her family. Again, the report is heavily redacted, not a lot of details, but Emily tried to leave the scene. The family notified a Disney employee and then followed her. The California woman later noticed she was bleeding, and a sheriff's deputy observed a chunk of the meaty portion of her middle finger was missing. Even in the heavily redacted report, it's clear the fight was a dramatic one. Emily tried to attack someone, the report said, and one person pushed Emily to the ground. Emily was not done. She kicked somebody between the legs, flipped that person over as well. Some of the people involved in the fight, Emily included, had scratch marks on them. When questioned by law enforcement, Emily denied doing anything wrong. Emily stated that she was beat up by multiple people. She stated she was the one who was beat up and did not know why. She was the one in handcuffs. They noted that Emily was being restrained because she was making comments about hurting herself and her uncontrollable manner. Emily, who had a history of mental health issues, later asked for mental health help, according to that report. Ultimately, Emily was Baker acted, which is an involuntary hold for up to 72 hours for people who receive emergency mental health services. The sheriff's office filed charges for aggravated battery and simple battery to the state attorney's office, but nobody appears to have been charged with with a crime at this point. The state attorney's office said last week it did not have any public documents to release on the incident. Orange Circuit Court online records do not show any criminal charges filed against Emily. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest Vacations and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head over to beourguestvacations.com/WWNT and their team will design your next magical vacation from Disney World, Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney, and more. The best part is their concierge services are 100% free. A Disney 100 Years of Wonder display sign has been added to Creation Shop at EPCOT. Now that Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary celebration seems to be coming to an end, sort of, the Disney 100 celebration is coming up to full swing. We've been spotting Disney 100 decor around EPCOT, from medallions to merchandise and displays. EPCOT was chosen to host the Disney 100 celebrations at Walt Disney World and will be debuting a new nighttime spectacular for the occasion. This new 100 Years of Wonder display, it has been added to Creation Shop. As you can see, it's surrounded by all that Disney 100 merchandise for the anniversary. The sign is platinum and has purple light shining on it. Purple and platinum are the official colors of Disney's 100th anniversary celebration. The display wall that the sign is placed on features two geodesic collage banners with some of our favorite characters on either side of it. Also features plenty of the popular Disney 100 merchandise, including that platinum Mickey and Friends Disney 100 mini ears and much, much more. The verdant wandering divine was recently sighted flaunting a new springtime look, decorated from head to toe in blossoming flowers, hues of amber, azure, lavender, crimson, magenta, alabaster, and all kinds of other fancy names for colors you may recognize. The stilt walking spirit that blends in with the surrounding environments and welcomes guests was sighted walking around in Animal Kingdom for photo ops. Divine was missing from the park for an extended period during the COVID-19 pandemic, but she re-emerged in November of 2021 and can usually be found meandering the plants and trees between Africa and Asia, sometimes in the oasis, and that's normally between 8:45 a.m. and 1:45 p.m. It's extremely easy to walk right past her sometimes and not even notice her, but if you do, she's more than happy to pose for a wonderful photo op. Some unique characters have also been making appearances at Disney's Animal Kingdom as festivities for Earth Day and the park's 25th anniversary begin. Tinkerbell, Fawn, King Louie, and Baloo all greeted guests on Sunday morning. We found them on Discovery Island, across from Pizza Safari and beside the gardens surrounding the Tree of Life. In addition, we also saw Coda and Kenai from the film Brother Bear on a Discovery River character cruise. Between April 16th and April 23rd, an expanded array of unique characters are joining the Adventure Flotilla, traversing Animal Kingdom's waterways, waving and interacting with guests on the walkways as they pass through. The full announcement for Walt Disney World explains Mickey, Minnie, and Scrooge McDuck are just some of the Disney characters to be found on the flotillas along the Discovery River in Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. Plus, from April 16th through 23rd, there will be unique character appearances on the Discovery River cruise. So be sure to keep your eyes peeled for these additional character experiences and sightings. You can see more of this, the pictures and videos, right here on our website. Not to be outdone, beloved Muppets Kermit and Animal embarked on an after-hours tour of Disney's Animal Kingdom in a new video celebrating Earth Month and the 25th anniversary of the park. Seen on the official Muppets and Disney Park social media pages, this promotion is also advertising the Muppets Mayhem, streaming May 10th on Disney+. The two Muppet pals visited Pandora, Festival of the Lion King, and Expedition Everest at night, learning about porcupines and meeting a Yeti along the way. Animal seems to humorously believe the park belongs to him since it holds his namesake, and particularly loves riding the Legend of the Forbidden Mountain. After a busy and fun-filled night, the pair end at the Tree of Life, where an exhausted Animal decides it's time for some sleep. We've all been there. Trails End Restaurant at Disney's Fort Wilderness is now closed to guests for refurbishment. The location will reopen later this summer, changed from a previously reported opening date of later in 2023. P&J's Southern Takeout, mobile ordering, and the Chuck Wagon food truck are still available to guests. At the trail's end, the guests could feast on down-home breakfast or dinner served family style at this tasty frontier mainstay. Disney plans to reopen this summer with a different concept for the eatery. When it reopens, it will be a marketplace with expanded quick service options. Table service dining will no longer be offered. Previously, reservations were suggested for dining at this location with well-loved breakfast and dinner menus featuring guest favorites. Trail's End was a popular choice for guests staying at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. Both breakfast and brunch were served family style as well. The restaurant also served a variety of family favorites, including seasonal treats and desserts in mason jars. Disney has not yet released menus for the quick service options that are going to be there when it reopens later this year. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is planning to void a contract between the Central Florida Tourism Oversight Board and Walt Disney World. The contract essentially gave Walt Disney World development rights for years to come. We've talked about this on a number of shows previously. The new board was angered by the King Charles clause Disney included in its final ruling before newly appointed members changed out for the takeover. The clause created a decades-long legal ruling allowing Disney to make many of its own decisions involving Reedy Creek. DeSantis accused Disney of using the clause to enrich itself at the expense of taxpayers. Disney, however, defended the clause, arguing that it was legal and it allowed the company to make improvements to its own property. They said all agreements signed between Disney and the district were appropriate and were discussed and approved in open, noticed public forums in compliance with Florida's government in the Sunshine Law. DeSantis is reportedly planning to announce his plans for his cancellation. That'll be later today in a press conference scheduled for 12:45. That will likely be after this show airs. So please follow our website. We will follow every detail of this. Disneyland Paris has officially canceled their Halloween and New Year's Eve parties, according to an announcement from DLP Report. As a compromise, Disneyland Paris announced they will be replacing the two special events with extended regular park operating hours and enhanced experiences on October 31st and December 31st. Last year, the Halloween event made its post-COVID return and was offered as a separate experience from the park's daily operations on October 29th and 31st. It included access to select attractions such as Phantom Manor, Big Thunder Mountain, and Pirates of the Caribbean until 2 a.m., with 15% discounts provided to guests who had purchased those tickets and hotel stays in a package deal. The absence of the party this year does not necessarily mean that all of those elements they added last year will be gone or unavailable to guests. Various holiday exclusives were available throughout the entire season last year, including decorations, garlands, pumpkins, cavalcades, snacks, merchandise, and a nighttime appearance of various Disney villains in their own show preceding Disney Delight and Disney Illuminations. Similar opportunities are likely to be available this year as well. With the new format, there will be no separate event, and anyone who enters the park during the day will be allowed to participate in any added Halloween experiences at night. A Chinese social media personality has been jailed and issued harsh fines for selling fake plushes of Lena Bell, a Disney friend of Duffy, on the Chinese version of TikTok. According to Shine, the online version of the local newspaper Shanghai Daily, 6 people have been prosecuted in China for selling fake plushes with Mickey Mouse symbols, particularly of popular Duffy and Friends characters, in particular Lena Bell. Pink Fox was first introduced at Shanghai Disneyland in September 2021 before coming to Hong Kong and Tokyo the following year. A particular note was an online celebrity named Zhu, who has 200,000 followers on the short video platform Douyin, which is the Chinese version of TikTok. He and his wife sold fake Disney dolls and other accessories for low prices during live stream sales in 2021 and 2022, which drew revenue of more than 3 million yuan. That's $436,300. A standard Lena Bell doll sells for about $31.87 US, but Zhu sold theirs for as low as $5.82. Demand often exceeds supply there, leading to desperate buyers paying as much as $436.59 for one Lena Bell plush. Zhu and his wife were sentenced to 22 months in prison, along with fines of about $116,000 for their crimes. That's according to the local prosecutor's office. Others involved were sentenced to 1 year probation, along with smaller fines. The man pleaded guilty and acknowledged that he avoided using Disney words in his broadcasts and deliberate attempt to skirt intellectual property laws. In a statement to local media, Shanghai Disney Resort noted this is the first time the Mickey Mouse symbol has been affirmed as a trademark in a criminal case involving intellectual property in China. For the absolute latest on these stories and all those that didn't make it on today's show, be sure to check out WDWNT.com and follow us on all your social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Eric Morton saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
This is Disney Entertainment News Today. I'm Rob Whiteside, and here now are the top Disney entertainment stories.
For the latest in Disney entertainment news, watch Disney Entertainment News Today, hosted by Rob Whiteside. From movies and series news to stage shows, books, video games, and more. New episodes drop every Tuesday on WDWNT.tv.